tells you exactly what you're looking for. It says I need two numbers that give me a product of 24 and a sum or difference of 2. So I need things that multiply and give me 24. So I know 1 times 24. What else? 2 times 12. 3 times 8. And 4 times 6. Those are the only ones. And vice versa, right? You can flip them back and forth. Which one of these gives me a sum or a difference of 2? When you add or subtract them, it gives you 2. 4 and 6, right? If I add them or if I subtract them. Si los sumas o los restas? Subtract. So that's called a difference, right? So one's going to be positive, one's going to be negative. The bigger number, the 6, is going to take whatever that symbol is. So if this is a minus, then my 6 is going to be minus. So when I do my factors, I start off with x times x. My numbers are 4 and 6. And then the bigger number gets that sign, and the other sign goes to the other one. Okay? Pretty easy. Let's do problem number 1. I need factors or things that multiply and give me 28. So start looking in your table, in your multiplication table. I know for sure that 1 times 28, right? Let's look at the table. What about 2? Here we go. 2 times 14 works. So write it down. 2 times 14. Look at the 3. 3, do I see 28? Nope. What about 4? Do I see 28? Yes. 4 times 7. And is that the last one? Sorry. 4 times 7, is that the last one? Yes. Or what about 6? No? Okay, so out of those, which one gives me a sum or a difference of 11? When you add them or subtract them, cuando los sumas o los restas, which one gives you 11? 4 and 7, if you add or subtract them? Add, right? So this, if I use the sum of it, 4 plus 7, it gives me 11, right? So the symbols have to be the same. So if it's a negative, then they're both gonna be negative, right? It could be both positive or both negative, but I'm gonna do both negative because this is a negative. So when you write it down, you start off with x times x is x squared, and then 4 and 7, and then both of them are minus. And it works, because when I multiply negative 4 times negative 7, that's a positive 28, check. And when I add negative 4 and negative 7, that gives me a negative 11, check. Okay, make sure that you're pausing the video to ask questions if you don't know how I got these symbols or numbers or whatnot. Okay, this one is like the one that we did for the warm-up, right? So it's p squared plus 0p minus 25 because I was missing that 0 in the middle, right? So I need factors of 25, things that multiply and give me 25. 1 times 25 and what? Oh, okay, write it, change this, change the problem to this. Scratch off, I didn't know it wasn't on there. So scratch off problem number 2 and write this one down. This is the problem that we're doing. All right, so 1 times 25 gives me 25, and what else? 5 times 5 gives me 25. Okay? So which one of these gives me a sum or a difference of 0? 5 and 5 if I add them or subtract them? Subtract them. So difference, right? So one has to be positive, one has to be negative. And it doesn't matter which one because they're both the same. So my answer is P plus 5 and P minus 5. Okay, questions? No? All right, the bottom two are the same, but a little bit different. The bottom two says, look for the GCF first and then factor the remaining trinomial. That means, look at the number in the front, 4 and 3, right? I can't do the problem right now with those numbers. They have something in common. All of these, 1, 2, 3, have something in common. So if I put in decimals 4, 12, and 8, right here, GCF, the greatest common factor, write it down, GCF of 4, 12, 8. What is the greatest common factor? What do they have in common? A 4. That means I can take out a 4 from all of them. Okay? So we're going to do, take out a 4, and what do you have left over? Write it down. So if I take out a 4 here, I'm left with k squared. If I take out a 4 here, 12 divided by 4, 12 divided by 4, I'm left with a 3. Oops, that's not it. I'm left with a 3. So positive 3k. And then if I take out a 4 from the 8 divided by 4, I'm left with a 2. Positive 2. Okay, this is like Monday. I'm taking out a greatest common factor. Now, I'm going to use this part, and factor it out. So I need things that multiply and give me 2, and give me a sum or a difference of 3. So things that multiply and give me 2, what are they? 1 times 2, and that's it, right? And when you add these two, sum, it gives me 3. So they're either both positive or both minus. This is a positive, so they're both going to be positive. And that's it, you're done. We finish. So we're going to bring this down, the 4 comes down, and then I have my factors right here. So it's k times k. My numbers are 1 and 2. And my symbols are plus and plus. And I'm done. So I want you to pause the video and try problem this one by yourself. And then see if you got it right. So take out a greatest common factor first. And then factor it out like we did yesterday and today. Pause the video now. Okay, so you need to do greatest common factor of 3, 15, 12 in decimals. Because I need to know what I'm going to take out, right? So when I put GCF of 3, 15, and 12, it says that I can take out a 3 from all of them. I can divide all of them by 3, right? So I'm going to write a 3 on the outside. Then you take out the 3. So this one, if I take out a 3, I'm left with y squared. This one, the minus 15, if I take out a 3, I'm dividing by 3. So that's negative 15 divided by 3 gives me negative 5. So I'm going to put negative 5y. And then 12 divided by 3 is a positive 4. Okay, so now this is something that I know how to do, right? I need factors of 4, things that multiply and give me 4. 1 times 4 and 2 times 2. Which one of these gives me a sum or a difference of 5? the 1 plus 4, right? If I add them, so sum. So they're both either going to be positive or they're both going to be negative. How can you tell? You have to look at this symbol. So if it's a negative, they're both negative. Okay? So let's finish it up. The 3 comes down, and then I have my factors right here. Y times Y. My numbers are 1 and 4, and they're both minus. Okay? So hopefully you've practiced enough. We're going to do quizzes right now. So get ready for the code. If you finished before everybody else, ask me for the code so I can go ahead and start it for you. But we're doing quizzes right now. So go to joinmyquiz.com, and I'm going to put the code up here.